You know how your mum always tells you not to go and talk to strangers on the internet? Well, we've done one better, Mum. We're in Liverpool and we've come to meet one. In part one, I got to visit Anfield for the very first time and was absolutely blown away by it. I'm so excited for the opportunity to go back again so soon. We had a couple of days to kill before going to the game on Saturday, so we headed out to explore the city itself. And obviously, the only way YouTubers know how to demonstrate this is with a slow motion montage. But enough of that, let's get to the cop. We have now moved to the YHA Albert Docks, which is literally a stone throw away from the famous docks themselves. It's only about a 10-minute walk over to the central shopping district, which is also where you can jump on a bus and go straight to Anfield. Alex and I always stay at YHAs because they are dotted around all over the country. They're always in incredible locations, they're very cost effective, and it's a charity, so you know that the money you're spending is going to a good cause. A couple of months ago, when we went to Madrid for the Champions League final, we made a video about it, and a lovely man from Liverpool left a comment saying that we should come to Liverpool and go and experience the cop at Anfield. We replied to him saying that we would snap his hands off, and we are now here in Liverpool to snap said hands off. The kind commenter's name is Chris, and we are here to meet Chris at our rendezvous point, which is at Albert Docks. We're here for the tickets, but we're not going to say no to a free tour. He said he's going to come pick us up in his car and go for a little drive.
So we're going to get into a stranger's car. Literally everything.
On the internet.
If he offers me candy, I know all the red flags are there.
I hope you're normal, Chris. Chris!
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Let's get out, but you may as well get in.
Yeah, alright, let's get in.
Thanks for this.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome.
We're just doing a bit outside the carousel about how you shouldn't be strangers on the internet.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
We said if you had candy as well, then I think all the red flags would be ticked.
Would you like some?
After Chris picked us up, it didn't take long to get onto the subject of Liverpool Football Club.
It was incredibly fun for me as a 5-year-old, or 6 or 7 or 8-year-old, and I have had a season ticket ever since, really.
Yeah, it must be nice, like, to live here and be close to it all.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I know I'm indoctrinated. I know that my brain doesn't work like most people's brains, and that too much of my life is centred around whether Liverpool are good or bad or win or lose. But
yeah,
it's I'm kind of just, I've given into it now. I'm not fighting it anymore.
Just
so.
accept.
Yeah.
Accept it. One of our first stops on Chris's lovely free tour of Liverpool.
Well, we haven't discussed pricing yet.
Is St. Peter's Church, and this is interesting for a couple of reasons. The first one is Eleanor Rigby's grave is here, which many of you will know from the very famous Beatle song. And secondly, for Liverpool fans out there, Bob Paisley is actually buried here, and his son is a vicar here. Carrying on the Beatles theme, in a very wet and rainy Liverpool, we were shown John Lennon's childhood home and school.
Yoko Ono does come every so often and hands out certificates to the kids and things.
Oh, really?
It's a very odd thing.
Yoko coming to his little school.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute, though.
And Penny Lane, which is obviously a pretty famous Liverpool road because of the Beatles, is just here.
This is
Oh, it's right next to the school.
Yeah, not this. This at the bottom of the road is Penny Lane.
Next up of our Liverpool tour with Chris is Liverpool Cathedral, which is the 5th largest cathedral in the world. Now at the entrance we've been given a little tidbit of information from Chris. He said that this door at the front was actually gifted from India, and these little things on the front are actually designed to stick spikes into to stop elephants from charging the door. Obviously there's no need for that in Liverpool, but in India it could be quite handy. The structure of the building itself is really interesting. It was actually designed by the same guy who made the iconic red phone boxes in the UK. And even crazier than that, the design for this cathedral was submitted as part of a competition when the guy was just 17 years old.
When I was 17, I'm smoking behind the bike sheds, trying to touch girls in any place they'll let me.
Oh my god, you have to bring it down a level, don't you?
Consent outside of this religious building.
Luckily for us, Chris used to be a licensed tour guide at the cathedral, so he had a ton of knowledge that he could share with us.
If the holy water was there, and that this would be like the lock, so that witches can't steal the holy water.
Do witches usually try and steal holy
Well,
water?
you know,
It's in their nature, isn't it? The final stop of our tour is Albert Docks behind me, because this is where Chris's offices are. Now Albert Docks, if you come to Liverpool, is a very cool happening place with cafes and bars that you definitely want to check out, but you're not allowed to check out Chris's offices. That's just for us. Turns out he runs an awesome business in a Google-like office. He was holding that from us, wasn't he? Weren't you, Chris? Chris has an awesome company, the Smaller Earth Group, and under that umbrella has a lot of different experiences for people that are looking to go and work in camps around the world, helping out children. Now, something that I love about YouTube is all the different random people that we meet on our journey, and probably the best one right now, thanks to Chris. Chris doesn't know we're including this bit in the video, so this wasn't a bribe to mention his company. He just offered us, out of the kindness of his heart, 2 tickets to Anfield, which is where we're heading next.
Although Liverpool were leading 1-0 at half-time, the second half was a stressful one, and despite the numerous chances, they couldn't put the game to bed. After Leicester equalised in the 80th minute, it led to a tense final part of the game, especially when we thought we got a penalty in injury time.
VAR checking penalty.
but I feel like I'm gonna puke. Being in the car with everyone around you being so passionate and just roaring every time something happens, and being under when the flags are going across and everything. I this. I just feel like I need some time to process this. Maybe I'll see you guys after. It is finally time for us to say goodbye to Liverpool, which makes me very sad because A, Liverpool is an amazing city and I had no idea, and I now want to move here and live here forever. And B, we got to have the most amazing week of football I've ever had.
Well, the only week of football you've ever had.
The only week of football. Well, yeah, okay, live football.
And you missed out to see, we got to see a fight when we were in the cup.
Yeah, stop shoving our boy Andy. Now is the end of our very short Liverpool series, and hopefully we can add to this series later on. But in the meantime, click that subscribe button and click that notification bell, because we are going to have some little adventures here in England. We have some American friends of ours, the Way Away. You may already know them if you follow other travel vloggers. They're coming to stay with us for a couple of weeks, and we're going to be showing them around the UK, so make sure you follow us for that. If you like the video, give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget to leave us a comment down below. And as Alex is behind the camera today, hiding, I guess it's my turn to say beans out.